Hey everybody, welcome to our drop talk. It's tax day, and this is such a great business to have to when you are probably anywhere, but we know in the United States of America, it's great to have your own business because you do benefit tax wise. I'm not a tax consultant, but I can tell you, I know there are benefits, and so that's my little plug for the business.
Can I say one thing to
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
My
please.
husband called me today. He goes, "Well, thanks to Partner Co, we got a refund today. We got a refund.
No
That's
way.
never happens."
Oh my
So
gosh. No
anyway, he
way.
was pretty jazzed.
That is awesome. I filed an extension, so I'll let you know how mine goes.
Okay.
But you guys, Janine and I are super excited to be with you here tonight. We love the drops. We love one another. We love to talk about Partner Co. We really love to help people win. And that's what we get to do here at Partner Co. We get to help people with the product and we get to help people with the business. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to start, Janine. If you don't mind, can I start with your before and after?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna start here because I want you all to see my sweet friend Janine, and I want you to see. I want her to tell you the difference between these two pictures.
Oh my goodness. Thanks, Ann, so much. I'm so excited to be here tonight because, when something changes your life so much, you just have to share it. And I asked this question like, is this really aging? Is something really, really off? And I know many of you have felt like that, but this picture here, this was Christmas time of 2024. And then the picture beside it was it was February, but I didn't start the drops until January 18th. So I believe this is somewhere in February. And you don't really ever notice the difference. And so Anne said, "Well, why don't you just take a picture side by side and see for yourself?" And when I saw that picture, we don't really realize the inflammation that we carry. And so I don't know if many of you guys have felt like that. I don't know if you have felt off before. Maybe you're going through headaches, maybe it's mood swings. Maybe it's those gosh darn hot flashes, night sweats, weight gain, maybe that makes absolutely no sense. Maybe you're always hungry, or maybe you're not sleeping, or it's that brain fog. These were all the things that were going on at this time in my life that's the picture that you see. And you think, but my gosh, I am so healthy. I can't believe I feel like this. I do all the right things. Maybe I could exercise a little bit more. I just didn't understand what was happening. I actually I went to three naturopathic doctors. Every single time the blood work came back and said, everything is great. Your hormones are perfect for your age. I'm 62 years old. You're a very healthy woman. I felt very blessed, but I didn't know why I was feeling so bad. And so I didn't feel healthy. I was puffy. I couldn't get my wedding ring off to clean it. My moods were they weren't steady at all. They were up and down and all around. I don't get sad. And I just felt like I was getting depressed. I didn't feel like myself. And I remember praying, God, there has to be something that can help me. And then my dear friend Anne, I saw a post. She just kept talking about these homeopathic body balancing drops. And honestly, homeopathic got me because I didn't want to do anything else. I would never do it. And I had no idea there was something like this out there. And so I was desperate. And so secretly, I ordered them. I didn't tell my husband. I didn't tell anyone. I just wanted to see for myself. And I didn't have a whole lot of confidence. And so here was the shift, you guys. Within a few weeks, I was washing the dishes one day and my wedding ring slid off. And I thought, huh, I really didn't like think about it too much, but I just kind of stood there like, this is interesting. And then my husband walked in one evening and said, "Oh my gosh, Janine, you're so happy. I'm glad you're back." And that kind of hit me because, was I bad? Like, was I like an emotional roller coaster?
Mhm.
And so within that first 4 weeks, I fit into a pair of jeans that I hadn't worn in a long time as well. And so I knew something was shifting in my body. But more than that, I had debilitating brain fog. I couldn't even focus on reading a book. And I was so sad about that. My energy was coming back. I could actually speak my thoughts clearly. I can't even tell you what that felt like. Maybe some of you can relate to me, but I started to feel like me again. And since then, I've released 30 pounds and it's been life changing. I don't feel like I'm on a diet. I'm eating whole foods. I'm drinking lots of water, lots of hydration. I don't even have an appetite. Like I have to set an alarm to eat because that's not good too if you don't eat. But I don't crave chocolate anymore. The pantry's like filled because we entertain a lot. So it's filled with stuff and I'm not even tempted. And so I didn't even realize, you guys, how bad I felt until I actually felt so good. You know what I mean? So what I discovered, Anne, this is it. I discovered that we all want the same things. We
Mhm.
all want that restful sleep, right? We want that clear mind. We want that healthy skin. We want the balance. We want to be like just stable and balanced, our moods. That's like feels so good. We want energy in our lives. And no matter how old we are, age doesn't matter. So our bodies are incredibly intelligent, and sometimes they just need to be supported, they need to be reset and rebalanced. And when the body balances, our metabolism responds. I'm learning more and more and more. I see Buffy on here today, and gosh, I learned so much from you, Buffy. Our hormones get regulated, the inflammation decreases, our energy rises, and seriously, I feel like myself again. I remember our chief scientist said, "You know why y'all love these drops so much is because they bring you back to yourself." And so I know I want to share. Our stories really matter. If Anne didn't share her story, if she didn't share the testimonies and stories of others, I don't know if I would be here to share with you. And so we're all in different places, but the drops work and they're exactly what our bodies need. So, Anne, that is my story.
I love it. I love it. Thanks, Janine. I'm super excited and I love I love sharing. I love hearing people's stories because we all have a story, right? We
Yes.
all have a journey that we've been on and I so if you're new here and you have a selfie from like let's say you have a selfie that you took sometime before you started the drops. Um, I want you to set that aside. And then if you've been on the drops for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, and you haven't taken a new selfie, I do encourage everyone to do that. And the reason why is that so many of us store um we store so much, like we're just it's like we're puffy and we store so much and our face just really reflects that. And it's amazing that the even if someone doesn't have any weight to lose, typically there is a difference in their face in the selfie within anywhere from a week to I'd say definitely 30 days you can see a difference. So because sometimes we don't see a difference on the scale, but we do see a difference in other ways. So I love Partner Co, and I'm going to share some of the reasons why I love it, and I'm going to engage with Janine as well about this. So I love how Partner Co, we're debt free. We've just celebrated 3 years of being in business. We're in over 50 markets around the world. We have a solid infrastructure in those 50 markets, which is really impressive. We are led by the best of the best in the industry, and we have a bill of rights which protects the brand partners, which is also phenomenal. And I'll touch on that in just a minute. These are our two owners. Darren Zobrist is on the left, and John Wadsworth is on the right. John has been in the industry for over 25 years, maybe even closer to 30. He was the top distributor for one of the brands that we now have here at Partner Co. Called Tahitian Noni. He was the top master distributor for over 25 years and built a global business there. So he is like us. He has been doing what I'm doing and Janine's doing. He's representing the brand, talking to people about the product, getting people on calls like this and introducing them to the product and the business and the concept of the business. And then there's Darren. Darren is John's good friend, and Darren didn't have any industry experience, but he had experience. He went to Wharton Business School here in the United States. He was a Goldman Sachs investor. He built his own businesses, and one of them he grew to almost $1 billion and sold it to Bumblebee Tuna. That's a story that's on our website that you can check that out. But they are both very passionate about building this brand and really building, prosperity and wellness around the world. That is what these two men are passionate about. They're doing it with their families. We have a 50-year plan in place that they have created for the company, and they're working on building a 100-year plan to have that in place for the company, which is really unusual. We also just were awarded #1 in global momentum and by Business from Home, which is really fun. So as Janine talked about, she listed all these things, these symptoms she was having, right? And how the drops really helped her. And that's what's so exciting here, is that we have products that span just the mega trends that are happening globally around the world. So people are looking for products like the drops. They're looking for products to build up their immune system or maybe help support detox. They're looking for products to, for energy. Maybe they need more protein. And we have products that span a multi-billion-dollar megatrend that is happening throughout the world. And so all of our products, I love this, they all are, like our noni comes from Noni Groves in Tahiti. That's where it's grown. That's where it's harvested. And it's just incredible. So things are handpicked from nature, combined with science, and they become Partner Co products. And I love that because, they really are sourced from nature. Everything's tested, scientifically tested, created by doctors and scientists who understand nature, who understand, the best, the noni plant is the strongest, it's the best, what's the best fruit, now I'm getting tongue-tied. Best fruit in the world for antioxidants, I think is the right word, and that I was looking for. And so we have just incredible products, and they're third-party validated. And you guys, that's really important because there are a lot of products out there, but you've got to know where the product is coming from. You have to know where it's coming from, and you also have to know what the science is behind it. And all these things are really important when you're putting it in your body. So let's talk about the drops. Janine, I'd love for you to talk about the drops with me.
I would love to talk about the drops. It's my favorite thing to talk about. Thank you, Anne. And I want to say this too. The one thing about our products is that they're not processed. Mm-hmm. And that is huge, like absolutely huge. So my husband's he's a research guy, and he researches and researches and researches. And the coolest thing is he'll say, "Hey, babe, check this ingredient out. What's in this? And I'm like, yep, yep, we got it. They're in the drops. And so I love talking about the drops. I know that's probably why we're all here, right? Actually, I'd love to know, are you here because you've already using the drops? Or are you here because you're curious and want to learn more? I would love to know in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind, so we could know how we can serve you, that would be great. So drop it in the chat. I'd love to see where everyone's coming from too, because you know what? Technology is amazing. So here's something really, really important to understand. Because of government regulations, we actually have two different formulations. In the United States, the drops are like a homeopathic formulation. And in Canada and the rest of the world, they're a herbal formulation. But here's the best analogy I've ever heard before. It's kind of like comparing a Mercedes and a BMW. You get on the German Autobahn. I want you guys to picture this. You get on the German Autobahn, you're headed in the same direction. They're both beautifully engineered, they're both high performance, and then they're both going to get you there fast and in style. All right. They're just made a little bit differently. And that's exactly how our formulations work. No matter which version you're using, the drops actually address our five key hormones: our insulin, our thyroid, our cortisol. We cortisol regulates our stress, and we can look at our phone and just get stressed out in an instant. And I'm so grateful because I know the drops really help with that. And our ghrelin and leptin, which address our sugar and hunger cravings, and it increases our metabolism and it reduces inflammation as well. So the drops actually address our five key hormones. And the ingredients are absolutely phenomenal. They are 100% bioavailable. They are sublingual, which gets absorbed into the bloodstream instantly. Our guts are all different. Our microbiome is different, and we all absorb differently. We have clinical studies, and it shows you that you can lose up to twice the weight comparing of dieting alone. But I want to tell you guys, we don't make medical claims here. Everybody is different. It's how we process and how we detox and how our pathways are open. So I just want you to know that we have clinical trials. They're doctor recommended, they're natural, they're hormone free, they're stimulant free. And in the world where extreme options are all the rage, right? This is such a foundational, supportive way to help our body rebalance. And so, if you're a science lover and you really would love to know why behind everything, I encourage you to get with the person who invited you and ask for the deeper dive training with Dr. Ray Strand. When I heard Dr. Ray Strand for the first time, something clicked. It's powerful. And we also have a recording available. So put that in the chat and we're going to be happy to get that to anyone who wants that recording. Okay. So someone once explained this to me, and it's always Anne, and it changed everything for me. She said, think of the drops like a fire extinguisher in your body. We all have different fires going on. The fires I had were different from Anne's. They're different than Charmin's. They're different than Buffy's. But we all have different internal stressors, inflammation, hormones, stress responses. And when you start the drops, they go after the biggest fire first. And so sometimes, that's why the release of different symptoms that we're going through, sometimes it could take 30, 60, 90 days, 120 days, even maybe 6 months. And then all of a sudden, bam, there's that shift. And that's what happened to me. And because of our bodies, they finally feel safe, they're balanced, they're supported. Our results, they just happen. But they're not like that Amazon Prime where we could just like say hit a button and they show up at your doorstep the next day. No, it's not like that. We can't order them like that. It takes time for our bodies to get out of balance, and it takes time to reset and rebalance our system. So just trust the process. I promise these drops are here to serve you. And so if you're just starting or you're learning, please give your body grace. You are so worthy of that, okay? And if people ask me what I'm doing, I'm just going to tell them I'm using these amazing body balancing drops. And yes, they're exclusive to Partner Co. And you can't grab them at a health food store. They're only available through Partner Co. or a brand partner, okay? So, but more than that, I'm giving my body time to heal. And that's the part that matters the most. Honestly, the drops are going viral because they work. There's over 2 millions of boxes sold already, Anne. So I absolutely, the drops, they are amazing. And I thank you for letting me share about the drops.
Absolutely. So, if you are like Janine, if you're like me, and so many of us, we have loved what the drops have done for us, and so we are so excited to shout it from the rooftops, tell everyone we know about the drops, and you know, I think we were on a call earlier today, and Buffy was saying, "Oh my gosh, everyone needs to be on these drops. There's not anyone that wouldn't benefit from this," and I do agree with that. And so, a lot of times, the things that we post, people are it's the like what happens is that a lot of the posts that we post, it's weight loss. But what I want you to understand is that this is not actually a weight loss product. This is a product that addresses your foundational hormones. It gets those into balance. When those are balanced, then the body naturally starts releasing unwanted weight. So I love them. I'm like Janine. I absolutely love them, and I love that they are viral and that we can help people get healthier with the drops. And we can also help people create an additional income stream. So I absolutely love that you can get the drops from Janine, you can get the drops from me, you can get the drops from Charmin, Buffy, different people who are here on this Zoom. But you yourself might have a little bit of intrigue. You might be like, well, I just want to use the drops. That's great. But I do want you to think about, maybe, just maybe, you want a little bit of extra money to pay for your own drops. Or maybe you would like a lot of extra to replace an income. Or maybe you want to pay off something. Or maybe you want to put away a little bit more for retirement or a child's education, or I don't know, a vacation. We all have different things that are stirring within us that drive us. And so for me, I love helping people, and so does Janine. We love helping people get healthier, and we love helping people win with this business, and we've never been able to do it like we have here with Partner Co. So you have some different options. You can grab your box from your brand partner, and you can pay retail in the United States. It's $167 when you buy it from us. In Canada, it's $200 when you buy it from your brand partner in Canada. We have an incredible compensation plan, voted #1 compensation plan in the industry with 8 ways to get paid. We also have a way that you can make right now money that I'm going to tell you a little bit more about. We have won so many different awards, so many different things. We have incredible products like we talked about, like the drops are just one of them. Tahitian Noni is just another one. We have so many different products that are available all over the world. Your second option with getting your drops or any other products is to become a preferred customer. It's a subscription account. So it's like subscribe and save. You're going to get your drops and anything else that you want to order shipped directly to you, and you're going to save 15%, and there's no fee associated with that, which is great. Your next option is to do what I did, and I love how it says being happily ever after here with becoming a brand partner. This is what Janine and I did. In the United States, it's $29.95. It's a one-time fee. In Canada, it's $37.95. And you're going to you'd sign up, you become a brand partner, you're going to get your products for 30% off. And there's some bundles that we even save more than the 30%. So that's really awesome. So I'm going to tell you about some of the packages that we have. Again, keep in mind we have a lot of products, so we're just focused on the drops here tonight. We have our customer pack that we really recommend. Like if you're like, I want to get the drops, I want to get have the best savings available. And that's the 4-pack. The 4-pack is really a customer pack so that you have 4 months worth, or maybe you and your significant other will each do the drops. It's great to do them in tandem with someone else. Why? Because then you're experiencing it at the same time as someone else, and it's kind of great to talk about. Honestly, like I tried them by myself, and I was telling someone who knew me really well all about what I was feeling, and so it was great because she knew me so well that she just kept encouraging me. But you know, that's when it is fun to do. It is fun. It's kind of like going on a trip with a good friend. It is fun to take the drops with a good friend or a significant other. So the 4-pack is $371. And so it brings that cost per box down to under 100 per box. So, but in the event that you wanted to sell all 4 of those, you could sell them for $167. That's what we sell them for in the US, and your profit's going to be $297. The 10-pack, that's what I started with because we didn't have a 30-pack. I started with the 10-pack. I knew I had 10 friends that were going to say yes to this. And so I sold each one of them for $167, and my profit was $791. Now, the 30-pack is an awesome option, and I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. One is I want you to look at this. If you are a business person, I want you to look at the profit. The profit is over $2,500. The cost is $24.99. So remember how I said that Partner Co., when you bundle products, a lot of times we get an even deeper discount. We get a deeper discount here with the 30-pack. Why? Because it's our viral product. I've never seen a company give the brand partners an opportunity to buy the viral product in bulk and turn around and sell it and make right now money in your pocket. So I had, just this week, I had 2 reorders. Well, actually, I had 2 reorders. So I had 2 people order 4-packs from me. They each ordered a 4-pack. They just wanted to buy them retail, so they didn't even pay this price. I had another person reorder 1 box, and I have a new customer I'm delivering boxes to tomorrow. So just this week alone, I've sold 10 boxes. So what I want you to know is that, and I've been using the drops for almost 2 years, and I'm sharing that with you because people want this product. This product, it addresses the foundational wellness of the body, and people want to get healthy. Not everyone, but there are a lot of us that want to reclaim our wellness, and we get to do it. And this is a foundational product to support our system. So I love that. The other thing the 30-pack does is with this incredible company. Remember how I said we have that number one, that compensation plan that is rated number 1 in the industry, pays out up to 51%. One of the things that we have the opportunity to do is within the first 4 weeks, we can establish our business level. Once we establish it, it's set there for life, and we never have to reestablish that business level. So the 30-pack sets you up for top pay day 1. So I actually missed out on some pay because I started with the 10-pack, and I didn't start out at top pay. I did it within the first 4 weeks, but I actually missed out on some top pay because of that. It's okay because I got there, but I do, when people want to do this as a business and create an additional income stream, we want you to get in where you fit in, but whether you start with the 4-pack or the 10-pack or the 30-pack, our job is to help you sell that product and make that right now money in your pocket. And also our number one is to help you get to top pay and help you sell that product. That's our job. And we are really passionate about on our team. But in Canada, I'm going to tell you these numbers really quickly, that it's obviously the same 4-pack, 10-pack, 30-pack, same concept with the business level. That's in every single market around the world. The 4-pack in Canada is $500. Your profit is going to be $300 when you sell those 4 boxes at $200 each. The 10-pack is $11.90. Your profit's going to be $8.10. Your profit on the 30-pack is also going to be $2,500, just like it is in the U.S., which is awesome. Now, that is Canadian dollars, but it's an awesome opportunity, and those are the day and night drops. So this is the system that I was referring to. Like, this is what we do. This is what I did, and then I taught Janine and her friend Cindy how to do this as well. And so then Janine, what did you start with when you got started?
I got started with the 30-pack.
Okay, so when
And
you started with the 30-pack, I said, Janine, I just want you to trust me. We're going to use social media. We're going to use Facebook. You don't have to be a digital creator. Everything's in this app called Boards. It's plug and play. I'm going to teach you what to do. And you started posting really quickly. And how quickly, Janine, did you sell that 30-pack?
4 days.
4 days. So had the product even arrived at your door?
No,
No.
it didn't.
So everyone's different, okay? So some people, it might take them 4 days, which is incredible, Janine. Some people, it might take them 30. But I've asked a whole room full of people at a training, when you follow this system that we teach and train, and you follow it to a T, because it is a marketing campaign that was created specifically for Facebook, specifically for the drops. When you do that, you sell at minimum a 30-pack of drops when you follow it. Now, our job is to teach and train you and to make sure that everything's working properly with your Facebook and all of those things. But that's our job. And it is so much fun to, when someone decides to jump in like Janine did, and that was just a little over a year ago, she jumped in and I trained her right away, and she started posting, and I mean, it was like off to the races.
It was so much fun.
So much fun. So much fun. So this is really exciting. So I've been in this industry, so has Janine, for over 20 years. And timing is key. So Partner Co., I started here almost 2 years ago. And I really started, I was just going to sell some drops here and there. And then I started taking a look. I started taking a look at the leadership within the company, in the field. I started taking a look. I went to an event, and I met the owners that I introduced you to earlier on the call. I was really kind of, diving in a little bit more into what are these other products, right? Like doing my due diligence on the other products. I was hopping on everything that I could to understand the compensation plan. And I was super skeptical about that plug and play system with the system of growth. But once I went to an event and I saw a bigger picture, I was all in, because what I understood is what I see right here. So what I want to remind you of is that one of our owners has been in the industry for over 25 years, okay? And he has built globally for over 25 years. Another one of our owners went to Wharton Business School, Goldman Sachs investor, has built his own businesses. So these gentlemen know how to build business and how to build it globally and to have proper infrastructure. And remember, we're debt free. These are really key components. They are attracting the best of the best at the home office, but also within the field to partner with us. And they named the company Partner Co because they wanted to partner with the field to create this legacy brand, which we are building now. We will be a multi-billion-dollar brand. We did it 400 million last year. So we're here right now. We just got started. We're just in we just celebrated 3 years. This opportunity gap, it only happens one time. And it's not just having an ID number. It's locking arms with me and Janine and Buffy and Charmin and Gina and all the people that I see here on this call. It's locking arms with us and choosing to grow in all over the country, in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, and all the 50 markets around the world. And what you will be blown away by, because I actually have been part of a company, but I was in at I got in at the kind of like at the end of the hyper growth. Okay, I still built a great business because I plugged in, I jumped in, and I did the do. But the real excitement is when you jump in right here and you grow along this opportunity gap. That's where you think, oh, if I would have gotten in back then. Well, that's now. That's right now. So I get super excited. I could talk about that one all day. So we're so excited. We really want you to get in where you fit in. We want you to join us and to lock arms with us. You know, are you interested in the product? Is the product the thing that's like gets you so jazzed like it does me? Are you interested in the business? Because we're here to help you do both. We want you to dream big and act now, and lock arms with us. So thanks so much, you guys, for joining us tonight. And thank you, Janine. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Anne.
All right. Get with the person who invited you guys. Thanks so much.